Hello everyone, in today's video, we will be ranking all of the Twisted Game Passes from S to Don't Buy. Let's start with the best out of all of them, the 2x Money Pass. The 2x Money Pass, as the name suggests, doubles the amount of money earned. That is why I will be putting it in S tier, as it helps with the grind overall. In fact, out of all the game passes here, this one is really the only one that should be bought by a casual player. Next, we have the Chainsaw Pass. This pass is used to remove fallen trees from the road. It also gives a small amount of money when used. It also has another use of
chasing players so you can sacrifice them to the sky gods for a bountiful chase.
What were we talking about again? Oh, right. The Chainsaw Pass can be useful, but there are better passes out there, so I will be placing it in B tier. Next, we have the Custom Color Vehicle Pass. This pass allows you to change your vehicle colors to whatever your heart desires, but other than that, it does nothing else and, thus shouldn't be bought. D tier. Next, we have the Drone Pass. This pass gives the player access to a drone that acts like a free cam. While this pass can be useful for locating and tracking tornadoes, this can also be done with just radar in your eyes for no cost at all and is thus not very useful unless you are a content creator or photographer. As such, I will be placing it in C tier. Next, we have the EMS Pass. The EMS Pass gives access to the Emergency Services Team, which allows you to spawn EMS vehicles and the ability to heal the injured or bag the victims of a tornado, which gives some extra money. This pass is more useful for roleplay, but it is still more useful than the Drone Pass and thus will be put with the Chainsaw in the B tier. Next, we have Infinite Fuel Pass. As the name suggests, your vehicles have infinite fuel, meaning you don't have to refuel your vehicles, but if I'm gonna be honest, it is not that useful as you lose fuel at such a slow rate that you will most likely rarely run out of fuel in the middle of a chase. Also, fuel doesn't cost much. In fact, the amount of money spent on fuel is covered by the amount of distance traveled anyway. This pass is more peace of mind, but it is still more useful than any of the other passes, as it optimizes the amount of money you earn, and thus will be put in the A tier. Next, we have the National Weather Services Pass, the NWS Pass for short. The NWS Pass allows you to join the NWS team, which allows you to access the basement of the radars, which allows you to report tornadoes as well as draw out warning boxes. This team also allows you to report damages in a tornado path and give the tornado an EF rating. No, the colored triangles aren't the EF rating, as the EF scale is based on damage. Anyway, for doing these tasks, you don't get anything. Thus, this pass is one of the more useless ones, as experienced chasers can determine the rating of damage in tornado on the fly without this pass and thus it will be going in C tier. Next, we have the Skywarn Pass. This pass allows you to issue reports on the tornado on the radar. Let us be honest with ourselves here, this pass is the most useless out there, like, we have eyes in chat for a reason, but this serves no purpose. D tier. Now for the last pass, the Starter Pack. Don't buy this for any reason, I'm not exaggerating. This Game Pass will give you $10,000 and unlock the Falcon Traveler with a Mezzanette already installed, but you already get a free car that can get a Mezzanette installed, and $10,000 takes only an hour at most to get by just driving around. Please, 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 never, ever buy this pass. And that's all the passes ranked. Please leave your changes you would do if you were to do a tier list of all the passes in the comments. And now for the announcement that most of you came here for. As you most likely remember, in the last video, I said that I would be returned to Twisted for one last chase as a thank you for 100 subscribers. Well, that was over 3 months ago, and I feel extremely bad for leaving all of you in the dark and with no chase. As such, to give back to you guys for allowing me to reach 100 subscribers, we are going to have a 3-part final. The first video was this tier list, the next video will be a guide on the vehicles in Twisted, and the final video will be the final chase. The guide will come out sometime after the 15th, and the recording for the chase will occur sometime after that video but not before the new year. It will also be announced 2 days in advance so you guys can come to a chase with me. Finally, the final chase video will come out really early next year. Thank you Twisted community, for allowing me to reach this milestone and until then, happy chasing.